Show your face. Show your face. Let me record this. Let me record this on my phone at least, man. Discord to your IIT Oh my goodness. Congratulations.
Your hard work and dedication paid off. You passed the November 24 level 2 exam. The pass rate was 39%.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and today we are here on the story beyond CA with a guy who is my very
Is
dear
beyond sea.
who is beyond CA, is my very dear friend, and you might have already seen him in live stream, his comments. As if you're part of my student community, you might have seen in many of the Google Meets. So let's welcome Sushil Rughwani and give it up for him, guys, because just today he has actually cleared his CFA level 2, and that's the reason I could actually get a hold of him. So just give it up for him once more.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here
Welcome to the
finally.
podcast.
It's been 6 months since I'm trying, but I couldn't make it. I was not qualified enough.
Arre,
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
So, guys, we are gonna dive into what it takes to conquer CFA level 1, CFA level 2. But before that, let's understand, let's try to, understand more about Shosh, where he's from, kya education background tha, and also, in the story, we'll tell, how I and Shosh met and how, everything happened. So, let's start with some of the information that you want to share with the audience, Shosh, about you.
I come from a town, let's call it a village in West Rajasthan. It's Jalore. Um, you have not heard about it for sure. And yeah, I have done my BCom there, and then I was doing my CA there, and then I got to know about CFA. That's how I started my CFA.
Yeah. So one thing happened, like you were doing your CA and then you also took CFA at the same time and then you dropped the CA, and you qualified CFA level 1 and CFA level 2 now. Just
Right.
today on 16th of January, your CFA level 2
Actually, what
qualified.
happened was I was not interested in CA at all, even foundation, because I had done my inter classes of law, of audit, and of tax.
Is it?
Yeah,
So from whom you did audit class?
टैक्स यूट्यूब पे एक बंदा था वो टैक्स करता था like he used to teach tax but he used to take live classes on Zoom free of cost. I forgot Bansal something guy, like not
Okay.
very popular but very good actually.
Yeah,
And if I was like, if I'm not liking tax from him, I'm not gonna like it.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and ऑडिट का मैंने कहाँ से किया था? ऑडिट मैंने शायद अनअकैडमी से किया था.
Okay.
उस समय अनअकैडमी फ्री होता था एक्चुअली, लाइक 2021 में.
During COVID, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, just after COVID.
Okay. Okay.
राइट. और लॉ तो मैंने पता नहीं कहाँ से किया था यार. लॉ तो मैंने शायद बुक लाई थी किसी की तो. I
Okay.
don't remember. Yeah, and I hated it to the core.
Guys.
And then I was doing a little bit of FM, तो मुझे संजय सराफ सर का मालूम पड़ा, and then I browsed his channel, and then I got to know about CFA.
You got to know about CFA and also got to know that Sanjay Saraf sir is not a chartered accountant. And we're like, हाँ ठीक है CA
I
क्यों
did
करना
not
है
know
यार?
it until someone figured it out as an insult to him, and I am like, it's not an insult.
Yeah, it's not an insult. He has been teaching the CA, CA chartered accountant students from
Yeah,
20 years, and he is not a CA, and he is still one of the greatest minds, CA minds that he has created. He taught them financial management. Like this is not the core subject of commerce, financial management.
right.
Like as a strategic financial management, the subject and the whole curriculum that we have, it didn't fit that well, initially, until he came and then he started teaching the industry, and then people got to know, okay, yeah, we can do well
Yeah.
in FM as well, right? Yeah.
Right.
Cool. I have huge respect for Sanjay Saraf sir. I did not take his classes. I still became CA, but I wish I had taken his classes. But by then, I had already wasted my a lot of my money to other classes, which I actually eventually hated. And then I did my SFM both in inter and finals at I just bought a book, like it's a very famous book uh, of southern region. It's Paduka,
Padukas, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I did all the questions and everything from that, and that's how I I could qualify both in inter and final. But
Right.
yeah, so you dropped the CA and you came into CFA, and so when you started pursuing CFA, that was last year, right?
Actually, no. Middle of 2022, I did
In the
for
middle of
November.
it.
Yeah, for
Okay,
November
okay, okay.
2022. But due to health issues, I couldn't, and I did not study also. Many reasons, many
Okay,
reasons. तो मैंने 2023 में दिया था एग्जाम फर्स्ट और ढंग से पढ़ाई मैंने 2023 में ही शुरू की थी ऑनेस्टली
okay. But we met we
2023
we met in November 2023. My goodness, because I couldn't just comprehend, my brain couldn't comprehend. अभी जनवरी 2025 चल रहा है और मुझे लगा कि अभी नवंबर में मिले थे, तो मैं realized कि नहीं, हमको मिले हुए 1 साल से ज्यादा हो गए.
यस
Yeah, exactly. So we actually met in October 2023 when
राइट
I was
जस्ट
preparing
आफ्टर
for
माय
my.
बर्थडे इट वाज जस्ट आफ्टर
Yeah.
माय बर्थडे
When is it?
18 अक्टूबर एंड वी वर लाइक 19 को ही मैं बैठा था ढंग से फिर से बिकॉज बर्थडे के दिन आई वाज लाइक एक दिन का ऑफ लूंगा मैं ऐसे रिवीजन चालू करूंगा एंड टू स्टार्ट द रिवीजन आई वाज लाइक अकेले तो नहीं होगा
Correct.
12 घंटे अकेले नहीं बैठा रहता सो आई सर्च लाइक ऑन यूट्यूब लाइव स्ट्रीम एंड अभी भी मैं शायद अभी कभी करता हूँ ना तो मैं ऐसे ही करता हूँ कि जो एक आध बंदा रहता है जिस स्ट्रीम पे मैं जाता हूँ ताकि आई कुड कनेक्ट विद द पर्सन एंड आई कुड जस्ट बी मोटिवेटेड
Correct. So
पहले
other
तो मैं
than
ऐसे
me, there are other people with whom you are connected on
नो
that.
नॉट नाउ आई डोंट नीड इट नाउ उस समय मैं ऐसा करता था
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, guys, here is an interesting story. I knew so we got to know each other in 2023 in the month of October, and that is the time when I was preparing for my CA finals, and I had already given up my job. Like I was like, नहीं मेरे पास 1 महीना है, 1st of October till the end of till the end of exam days, basically, where I actually took break from work. I have resigned and everything, got done with my notice period, and I was like नहीं, एक एक बार तो एक जेन्युइन अटेम्प्ट होता है ना जहाँ पर सब कुछ लगा देने का, एकदम पूरी शिद्दत से 1 महीना प्रिपेयर करूंगी. एंड आई वाज लेफ्ट विद जस्ट वन ग्रुप एंड आई थॉट कि आई विल स्टार्ट स्टडिंग. एंड आई जॉइंड अ लाइब्रेरी, एंड इन द लाइब्रेरी आई यूज्ड टू गेट वाईफाई, राइट? So I just started finding out कि how to do the live streaming, because earlier that I already knew that people study on YouTube doing the live streaming, because I was studying from with the help of another channel that is called as MD Prospect. So it's a Canadian doctor. At that time, he was doing his MD, so he used to come on live stream. So I used to study last 2 3 years from his live stream. Then I was like, okay, let's figure out how to do that. So there are many things like StreamYard and other platforms are there, and somehow I figured how to do the live stream and all. And one fine day, I was actually, just streaming my studies with horrible setup, no good lighting. The camera was bad. I was looking bad and everything. But yeah, it was just me in my, itna sa chota sa jagah hota hai, right? In your library where desk that you get. And I was live streaming from there, and from there, that's how I started to learn ki live streaming kaisa hota hai. And, after a week or so, I think you said on 19th of October, like about that time you found
1920
me, right?
yeah
Yeah. So I started in the beginning of October, and जैसे mid
right
of October तक आया ना, तब I was like नहीं नहीं, अभी तो मुझे मेरे, so I was in Bombay, right? So I was like no मुझे मेरे hometown जाना है, because I will give exams from there. मुंबई में बहुत लंबा सेंटर आएगा, तो मैंने कुछ तो यहाँ पर अपने ससुराल में बोला, और फिर उसके बाद में I went home because मुझे वो comfort चाहिए था घर का. तो मैं वहां पर गई, एंड आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग द लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग. तभी आई हैड द एंटायर रूम टू माई सेल्फ, एंड फिर थोड़ा गुड सेटअप, नॉट स्टिल नॉट दैट गुड, बट हाँ ठीक था. एंड देन आई वाज स्टडिंग ऑन लाइव स्ट्रीम, एंड तभी कोई नहीं दिखता था, मतलब इतना इतना फालतू ना, कोई नहीं आता था लाइव स्ट्रीम में. बट आई यूज टू बी देयर कंसिस्टेंटली, जस्ट सो दैट आई एम अकाउंटेबल. एंड somebody would still pop in, ये thought मेरे दिमाग में रहता था. And एक दिन ऐसा आया when Shush was actually on my live stream and he's like, hey, how are you, this and that, and he's like, do you do this? Yeah, so I think the first question that you had asked me on that live chat was, do you do this live stream daily?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
so
I was searching for a study buddy, not like just, एक
yeah,
दिन का नहीं
yeah.
था.
Yeah, correct. And that's how, and I was like, yeah, and I was so happy that day, yeah, somebody, and even I called my husband and I'm like, first time somebody came and he has actually messaged me on the live stream asking me if I do this daily. And I'm like, then we connected, guys. Then we connected that day, and उस दिन से हमारा, like, we fixed our schedule कि इतने 11, and we used to start 11 in the morning because हम late तक पढ़ते थे, right? So we decided 11 in the morning we start, और 2 बजे तक 3 बजे तक चलता था. आई रिमेम्बर तुम 2 बजे तक गिव अप कर देते थे बिकॉज तुमको
Right.
बहुत नींद आती थी, एंड आई वुड कंटिन्यू टिल 3 or 4 in the morning. Yeah, correct.
23.
Any good memories from those live stream days? Like I have my, like some of my that I want to share with audience, but because, and it is with you only, like during that live stream, during that phase. But I want to hear from you. Do you have some good memories? Anything that we shared during the live stream while you were studying for
Yeah,
about
actually,
12 hours?
so in CFA we have a subject called FRA, FSA, Financial Statement Analysis. And I was like, I am just dumb enough to not understand taxation. It was deferred tax chapter, you remember?
Yeah,
So
exactly. You sent that to me on my email, right? Yeah.
yeah, and she was like, ये तो email के beyond काम है, तू phone कर. And then she called me और रात के 2 बजे we were like हम अपना brainstorm कर रहे हैं deferred tax में. And then I actually understood and then I did the question which I understood from her. जो आया था CFA में obviously एक ही question आता है एक
Correct,
topic
correct.
से.
Yeah.
But yeah, एक question is like it's very prestigious for us.
Yeah, exactly. Arey, I almost forgot. Yeah, I remember. So different text query we were discussing for so long. I called you up like, yeah, in the night. Correct. I almost forgot about it here. कि वो different text का था.
That's the one of the only memories I have from live stream. I am very bad
Correct.
with memories, but yeah, that was a very good one because yeah, एक एक क्वेश्चन में edge मिल जाता है, especially deferred text. CFA people, if they come from CA background, then obviously they would,
Correct.
get the question. But if not, then they just leave the chapter. Even
Yeah.
I was of that mindset कि ये chapter तो भाई छोड़ के जाओ.
No, even to the CA student, like during especially inter में बहुत difficulty होती to comprehend to the whole concept of deferred tax assets and liability and how it gets set off and everything. So
Right.
वो दिक्कत होता है, correct. So okay, glad you shared that यार, because मुझे बिल्कुल याद नहीं था. I have many memories, and like because of your consistency of like coming into my live stream, and और हमारा कैसा रहता था, I will be on live stream तो मैं दिख रही हूँ, I did not see you, like until what?
Until my exam got over, and that evening we called and that RAF and right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amir guy, you and I, and we did Gmeet or something. We figured how to get multiple
yeah,
people on stream, something
right,
like
right.
that. Exactly. So I did not see you for about that entire month when we were giving exam, right? So it's just you. Okay, cool. So I have, like my first memory that I can remember, and that is a beautiful thing I learned from you. Actually, I have been avoiding something, right? Writing test. I have been avoiding that
Right.
for a long time, and I was like, I cleared my CA first group, CA final first group because of writing a lot of paper, right? But then in group two, I was taking time, I was failing, and I actually did not, give any importance to writing papers at that point of time. And one fine day, you said, I'm writing mock, why don't you write mocks? And I was like, yeah, right, I should write mock. And because you
Right.
were writing in the evening time, I decided, okay, I will also sit at the same time, and I started writing. And every single day, हर एक दिन उसके बाद से हम पेपर लिखते थे शाम के उतने टाइम पे. आई थिंक 5 से 7 बजे का तक का टाइम होता था, वो 2 से 3 घंटे.
4 से लेकर समथिंग मेरा 4 बजे एग्जाम था बिकॉज लेवल वन का.
करेक्ट. सो यू वांटेड टू अलाइन दैट टाइम, सो वो
या
लाइक 2 ढाई घंटे तुम अपना मॉक लिखते थे, लाइक यू वुड सॉल्व एमसीक्यूज एंड आई वुड आल्सो राइट द पेपर. या एंड पता है, मैं वही बोलती हूँ कि मेरा जो सीए पास करने का वो जो लास्ट 20 days था ना, दैट स्टडी दैट आई डिड विथ यू व्हाइल आई वाज ऑन यूट्यूब, एंड it was crazy because मैंने इतना consistently 16 to 17 hours a day नहीं पढ़ा था. उसके पहले मैंने मेहनत बहुत की है, बट इतना continuity, my goodness, every single day, and we didn't take any break.
No, there
And
was no chance of taking a break. Like,
yeah, exactly, because exam was right there for you as well. And एंड इट्स क्रेजी बिकॉज शुष्क का एग्जाम मुंबई में था एंड मेरे एग्जाम्स चालू हो रहे थे, ग्रुप 2 के एग्जाम थे, तो आई थिंक 8-9 तारीख से चालू होने वाले थे. एंड in between my birthday was there on 11th of November, right?
right.
And you remember I celebrated, like my parent, like my mom, I think my sisters, they brought cake, and I was there on live stream, and then I told, like, okay, it's my birthday and everything, and I just celebrated over there, and then you were there, right? And then my exams got over, and he was still there, like during the whole phase. And I think when my last paper was there, around that time you had your CFA level 1 paper, no? Like, around, yeah,
Yeah,
somewhere around my last my last paper was IDT. So I think you had a paper just before,
on
just after
15th.
that day.
No, on 15th, जो पेपर था, आई गेस उस दिन आपका जस्ट द नेक्स्ट डे वाज द लास्ट पेपर, आई गेस.
अच्छा, so yours was like on 15th and मेरा 16 को था, ऐसा कुछ हुआ था
16
क्या?
को,
ओके
राइट राइट
ओके
राइट.
ओके, कूल. एंड शुष्क का पेपर मुंबई में था, एंड एट दैट, लाइक, नो, आई एम रिसाइडिंग इन मुंबई, बट उस टाइम पे मैं एमपी में थी एंड शुष्क वाज इन मुंबई. देन वी कोऑर्डिनेटेड एंड आई सजेस्टेड यू दैट पिज़्ज़ेरिया का
हाँ
1441 पिज़्ज़ेरिया का न्यूटेला डो बॉल्स.
ना, हाँ नटेला डफ, या
करेक्ट 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 करेक्ट, या. Yeah, you were hooked to that after that, now.
या. Every time I go Mumbai, I just need it.
So Shosh, like what I wanted to like, ask really from the academic point of view. Abhi
Mhm.
CFA level 1 mein na, so if you can guide something about the subjects, what kinds of subjects are there in CFA level 1, and we start from very basic. How do you enroll for CFA?
So yeah, the prerequisite of anything I'm telling you is you should have interest in finance, right? Because it's a big investment of time and money, obviously.
Correct.
So yeah, so there is a registration fee of some dollars, like $400. Don't quote me on figures, obviously. That was way back I registered. तो 400 कुछ डॉलर रहता है. And then 1000 पकड़ के चलो, $1000 every time for each exam level
Okay, so $400 for
for the
the
registration of
registration.
CFA.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, this is how you register for the exams. I guess if you are CA not finalist, I would say if you are chartered accountant, then maybe you should not take a level 1 classes. But other than that, you must take a good, if I can use the word good, as level 1 classes. Right.
For both
And
level 2 and level 3?
yeah, obviously, तो हर किसी को लेना है. Level 2 में you will be at par with anyone, like MBA finance, not about obviously PhD, but yeah, MBA finance, masters finance के तुम par में आ जाते हो mostly. लेवल 2 में. बट लेवल 1 इज लाइक तुमने पढ़ रखा है सीए अगर कर रहे हो तो इक्विटी जो है, वैल्यूएशन, ये सब तुमने पढ़ रखा है, सो
Correct, correct,
यू
correct.
नो. बट या लेवल 2 तो
So
ऑब्वियसली
they
आपको
can
लेना ही
just,
पड़ेगा
like,
इसमें.
go to CFA website, like CFA Institute website, and go and register themselves with their
या.
documents and everything, make a payment, just register, like that is. So $400 is one time fee, registration fee, and after that
एंड देन
you have to pay the exam fees, right?
या,
So do you also have a mandatory internship, like CA में हमको कैसे 2 साल का articleship है, there is no internship?
देयर इज अ मैंडेटरी वर्क एक्सपीरियंस रिक्वायरमेंट टू गेट द चार्टर. लेवल 3 भी तुम दे दोगे, तुम सब कुछ दे दोगे. यू कैन राइट लेवल 3 क्लियर्ड अंडर योर LinkedIn or whatever website you are active on. But you cannot write Sushil Rukwani CFA. You cannot use that CFA tag.
Unless and until you have actually got the work experience.
4 years of work experience into the finance field, plus level 1, level 2, level 3 cleared, plus membership fee,
Okay.
which is huge. So you will barely see any CFA in India. Even if they have cleared like CFL L3, they don't pay membership fee because it's
Membership
very,
fees,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because most of them would already be working somewhere else, and, like, they don't need that, because if it is not making any, like, upgrade
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of their designation or
You know,
something after getting this,
do
so
not
why would
quote
you
me
pay?
on this. This is what I have understood from LinkedIn and all. Unless they have to show off their credentials. Like if they are mutual fund managers, so they have to show off कि मैं CFA हूँ, knowledge है, तुम मुझे पैसा दे सकते हो. Don't quote me on this. This is just hypothesis. भाई वो रहना
Got
पड़ता है
it.
थोड़ा सा. Yeah, unless they have in that business, if they are working in like अब 12 लाख की जॉब में काम कर रहा है, उसमें कुछ लाख उनको दे, like it doesn't make sense. So
Correct,
they
correct, correct.
avoid mostly.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah,
Good, good, good. I think, see, guys, so that is why, like, I wanted to have you on the platform. So, you know that you're already a lot of like of my CA students, like the people from the community, they know you, right? So, but
right.
and that is for sure. It's not about from the money perspective I'm not talking about, but CA does demand a lot, right? So there are students who have been continuously putting a lot of effort, but still they are not clearing the exams or something, and they
Right.
keep on wondering, like, is there an alternate thing that we can do? We are interested in finance, we want to invest our time and money and everything, so let's, if there is a scope of doing something else, they like, they explore ACCA, CPA,
Right.
you
Right.
right, CFA for that matter. So at least, for any sort of guidance, at least for level 1 and level 2 level, they can actually approach you, right? And
Yes.
so good, and maybe hopefully, like, I'll see you putting CFA level stuff, or like, content and the education content on your channel. I just hope you do that.
Actually, I thought about it. I will put level one concept builders because I worked on my concept very much.
Correct, correct, thoroughly
Like
you did, like,
it took me the amount of time जिसमें लोग level one clear कर देते हैं सिर्फ concept build करने में. Because I was very curious about finance and I was like, अगर यही करना है तो अच्छे से करो. This philosophy I have also applied in Python. So मैंने Python, if you know, I have completed that, right?
yeah,
I'm not satisfied. I'm again doing MIT का Python वाला course because
cool,
I'm like, you cannot fuck with foundation. You can like
yeah.
ऊपर तो you can, but you cannot just.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry for
obviously,
using that
because you
word.
cannot build anything if you have a weak foundation.
Yeah,
And that is the thing with finance, because people will not go up. They will end up being analyst for a long time, and they will not be able to, upgrade to their that level where they can individually take a financial management decision for a company, right? You can be an analyst, but being a decision making maker is altogether a different game, and you need to learn how to do that game, right? So you have to build on a good foundation. And yes,
right.
as you said right in the beginning itself, it is a prerequisite. You have to be good in finance, you have to have interest in finance, and you should have that, ability and curiosity to learn finance, because
So
I
the
have seen.
litmus test for having interest in finances, mostly, roughly, अगर तुम अपने फ्री टाइम में फाइनेंस के पॉडकास्ट या फाइनेंस का वीडियोस देखते हो फ्री टाइम में, इट्स नॉट लाइक कि मन नहीं कर रहा है पढ़ाई का तो मैं देख रहा हूँ, ना 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 ना, पढ़ाई करने के बाद 12 घंटे अगर तुम देख सकते हो देन यू हैव अ जेन्युइन इंटरेस्ट, वरना भूल जाओ. मेरे में भी इतना नहीं है, मैं बहुत ऑनेस्टली बता रहा हूँ, मेरे में भी नहीं है इतना, और आई रिग्रेट इट टू सम लेवल कि नहीं है, बट देन फाइन, इट इज लाइक
Oh.
यू कांट बी
And
परफेक्ट.
while you were preparing for your CFA level 2, how much time did it took you, like the entire time to prepare for level 2 with all the classes, and how used to be your daily schedule while you were preparing for this exam in 24? Like 24 is when you actually prepared after you cleared your exam, CFA level 1 in January, right?
ऑनेस्टली सो सो मधु नोज मी वेरी वेल, मैं एक सब्जेक्ट में नहीं, मैं बहुत सब्जेक्ट में पढ़ता पढ़ता रहता हूँ. थिंग वाज, मैं 1 2 से 3 घंटा तो मैं देता था एटलीस्ट सीएफए को. उसके बाद मैंने कुछ सर्टिफिकेशन, फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग किया है मैंने, उसका इक्विटी रिसर्च का मैंने किया है कोहॉर्ट. उसके बाद मैंने एनआईएसएम का एक सर्टिफिकेशन क्लियर किया है, उसके बाद बॉम्बे गया हूँ मैं. सो लाइक इट वाज नॉट द होल ईयर आई प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इट. एक दो घंटा मैं देता था मोस्टली स्टार्टिंग में. देन आफ्टर अगस्त आई सेट फॉर इट.
Yeah,
और मेरा ऐसे ही रहता है, मैं लास्ट के 1 2 3 महीने में आई जस्ट सिट फॉर इट बिकॉज मेरा पहले हो चुका था बहुत.
correct. You were like done with your research and the classes and everything about that this ye karke level 2, that's what
नो नो,
you.
मैंने क्लासेस ले ली थी एंड
uh,
आई वाज वाचिंग क्लासेस लाइक हाउ यू वुड वॉच नेटफ्लिक्स. जो पसंद है वो देख रहा था मैं, राइट. एंड
correct.
नोट्स वोट्स मैं नहीं देख रहा था, क्वेश्चंस मैं नहीं कर रहा था, ऑनेस्टली करना चाहिए था मुझे. I would suggest everyone to do questions along with your chapters, but I was not doing because I was just ऐसे ही चलते चलते वॉकिंग करते हुए लेक्चर देख लिया एंड ऑल. But then after August, I sat down, I prepared my Enki cards. That's the Ramban of every exam, I would say. Enki cards, you prepare your Enki cards, you do questions, and then yeah, you will clear it.
What is Enki cards?
Flashcards.
Flashcards.
I told you about that, right?
Yeah, you have been suggesting me to do that from a long time. I will implement it one day. I don't wanna postpone it.
मैंने सिर्फ एंकी कार्ड से पढ़ते मेरे लास्ट के एक महीने में या एक 20 दिन से एक महीने में मैंने सिर्फ एंकी कार्ड्स पढ़े. आई सॉल्व मॉक पेपर्स. मॉक्स में जो गलत गया मैं फिर उसको जाके देखा वहां पे रिस्पेक्टिव रीडिंग्स बोलते हैं हम चैप्टर्स में.
Yeah.
एंड देन जो मेरा कंसेप्ट सही नहीं था उसको मैंने फिर एंकी कार्ड में डाला अपने. तो एंकी वाज द ओनली थिंग. एंकी एंड यू हैव टू जस्ट इन द लास्ट डे आल्सो यू जस्ट हैव टू गो थ्रू योर एंकी कार्ड्स.
So what does Enki stand for?
नथिंग, इट्स जस्ट ऐप नेम. फ्लैश कार्ड का एक ऐप है उसका नाम एंकी है. ANKI.
Enki. Okay, got it. So basically, like August, September, October, 3 months, right? You did like
Yeah.
thoda अच्छे से for your level 2. Okay, cool, cool. So this
अच्छे
is
से मतलब
one thing that
CA जैसा नहीं. 8 घंटे वाज द थिंग. मैं जिम भी जाता था. आई यूज्ड टू डू मेनी थिंग्स.
Yeah, so
7 से 8
but
घंटा.
you have maintained the consistency of learning, like,
Always,
because
yeah.
you were not just the CFA you were doing that, but you were also exploring other things, because I don't know that how much you study and how much you explore other things related to finance, like, and that's how you're genuine. If you're genuinely interested into something, you should have that, क्या बोलते हैं वो हंगर होना चाहिए यार सीखने का, कि यार सीखना ही है, यहाँ से सीखेंगे वहां से सीखेंगे, क्योंकि पढ़ाई नहीं रुकती है यार. मतलब वो पढ़ने का रुकने का कोई सवाल भी नहीं है ना. मतलब आप स्किल डेवलप कर रहे हो. व्हेन यू आर इन द मार्केट यू एक्चुअली प्रेजेंट योर नॉलेज, एंड दैट्स व्हाई पीपल हायर यू. पीपल नॉट
Like even if you're not in market, like fuck market, who cares about market? But even if you're genuinely interested in a subject,
yeah.
then what else
But
are you
what is the
doing? Like
ultimate
तुम क्या
goal,
कर रहे हो?
right? What after
Just to
learning
gain
how
the
much?
knowledge, I would say, just to gain the
Okay,
knowledge.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, call me when you get the job. When you get the job, I didn't say when you need the job.
No, I will. Either
Cool,
ways.
cool. So, what's the plan now? Like when level 2 is done, and have you thought of anything? Are you still figuring out?
So very recently, as you know, I have developed interest in tech, and I don't
Planning to
know.
go to
Ye- Yeah, that is
somewhere, not India. Yeah.
that is like the later plan, but मुझे काम वैसा ही करना है जहाँ मैं टेक भी थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लोर कर सकूं. इन फाइनेंस तो ऑब्वियसली है ही.
Okay.
वन ऑफ द फील्ड इज मार्केट रिस्क, बट मार्केट रिस्क में टेक में इतना डीप डाइव नहीं होता. इट्स लाइक ये पाइथन एसक्यूएल ये सभी रहता है, बट एटलीस्ट समथिंग देन नथिंग. बिकॉज इंडिया में आई डोंट थिंक सो मशीन लर्निंग इन फाइनेंस. वो है भी तो दे हायर लाइक IITians एंड आल्सो. राइट. So market risk is the one thing I am trying to break in, or at least preparing to try to break in, because I have to learn other skills as well other than CFA.
Cool. All right. So good. And for just out of curiosity, like how many exams are there at level 3?
No, एक ही exam.
No, sorry. I meant
I'm
how many
sorry.
papers are there?
Subjects I get अभी 6 हो गए. मेरे को देखना पड़ेगा. 6 है I guess.
Okay, कल से वही चालू करना है basically.
No, I will
No.
I will tell you. See, level 1 में कैसा था? Even level 2 में भी. So there were 3 tools to finance, like quants. You need stats, right? You need FRA, FSA. I'm sorry, I call it FRA, FSA, and then you need economics. You need.
Correct.
वो तीनों हट गए. वो टूल्स लेवल 1 लेवल 2 में रहते हैं. लेवल 3 में आगे हट गए. और कॉर्पोरेट इशूअर्स एक और हट गया.
Okay.
कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस जो आप लोग पढ़ते हो, इट फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव इट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग हमारे यहाँ पे, बट इट्स ऑलमोस्ट द सेम थिंग. कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस, राइट. एंड देन रह क्या गया? डेरिवेटिव्स, अल्टरनेटिव इन्वेस्टमेंट, Equity, fixed income. These four are the asset classes. ये चारों रह गए और ethics तो है ही है. क्या रह गया और एक कुछ रह गया वो.
Start with your ethics classes first.
हाँ.
It's an inside joke, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. So, okay, during your studies, apart from like, during these days, like, when you are approaching exams, so apart from your studies, like, what would you use to distract yourself? Like, uh, just if you're done with your studies for 8-10 hours, so what is that you would explore on social media, or like maybe just for your entertainment, what would you normally watch?
Like philosophy, psychology, history. I would watch a bunch of things.
So that
Many
is The
things.
Republic is what, like, who is the author?
Plato,
Ah, okay.
Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. Yeah.
Oh, right. Cool. There is so much. I wish I can have the whole, like two
Podcast
hours
going.
long podcast going with you.
Yeah, we will do
But
someday philosophy podcast.
yeah, yeah. See, today because your result just came, and guys, I like we knew that his result is coming because like Shush has actually told us on 16th of January he's getting the result, and then we were just talking on Discord, right? And he was like, I'm going to get my result in 45 minutes. And we were just having the call. I was actually about to go somewhere. So I was like, I'm going to miss it. And then 15 minutes later, he's like, 30 minutes to go. And we were still talking about some stuff. And I was like, yeah, I will just say bye to everyone. I'll leave and everything. And immediately he announced that congratulations. Like, he's clear because that's how
Like
he.
for the context, मैं यहाँ से मेरी chair वहां तक लेके गया हूँ. So it's a wheelchair. मैं वहां तक गया हूँ.
Oh my
And again
goodness.
came back.
Good, good, good. So yeah, but that was crazy, huh? Matlab, I couldn't hold my and
I was not expecting. CFA is very like sophisticated with their timings and all. Like I don't know. उन्होंने आधे घंटे पहले रिलीज कर दिया है.
yeah. Right. Yeah. So like when you got the result, I was so excited. I looked so excited, and then I got to like, I went to Discord, like the room, and I was like telling these people, "Okay, I wish Shush was there. I wish you could see that reaction." And they're like, "We could see your reaction, or you just like
Yeah, they were like हम देख पा
your
रहे हैं भाई
reaction."
आपका रिएक्शन ही इतना ऐसा है.
Your reaction is recorded over there, like you look so
Hmm.
excited, and I'm like, yeah, sure, she actually got this result, like oh my goodness. And I'm so glad I could actually record it. So guys, I'm gonna I'm gonna
Post.
post this like separately, and I'm gonna add that as part of this podcast as well, like just see what it. And like boys are not that expressive, you seriously, like मैं होती तो अभी तक पागल हो गई होती, मेरा CFA level 2 का ऐसा रिजल्ट इतना आता तो. But yeah, so you said the overall result was 39%.
Yeah. It used to be 52 something. मेरे दिमाग में 52 था. I'm sorry, ये क्या बाल हो गए मेरे. Anyway, मेरे दिमाग में 52 था. But it was 39. Like
Yeah.
कम हो रहा है रिजल्ट सीएफए का भी. They are like हम भी इतना अभी अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते.
Correct. So
Um,
at the age of 22, after investing what 3 lakhs, 2 lakh, how much, like not 2.5 lakhs into CFA
into
just for
just the
the
CFA
institute,
plus
just
coaching.
plus your coaching. Okay, you have the direction for life. I'm like not for life, like for
Yeah.
few years you have the direction now, and that's a really good thing to achieve because sometimes. And I'm saying from the perspective that you have already figured that you want to go into that field, but a lot of time, after investing so much into one course, we are still not able to see like what we are going to get from that course, set aside anything else that we are already sacrificing. So it's very important कि क्या कर रहे हो, उससे क्या डायरेक्शन मिलने वाला है ना. We have to keep on thinking. एंड मैं स्पेशली मेरा जो कम्युनिटी है वो सीए के बच्चों का है, तो मैं उनसे ही अर्ज करना चाहती हूँ कि आप जो like my request is very simple. Whatever you are doing, do you see a career in it? Do you want to build a career on it? If yes, of course the answer is yes, because you're doing CA, you want to earn money, you want to earn living out of it. But find a passion, like find a subject about which you want to learn a lot, right? You can learn for a very long time, you can still be passionate about this course. And if not this, like some other course, you become CA, you do your job, but find something else, because that makes the life very interesting. I have always seen people who read they are very interesting people to talk to, and they have something, always they have something to share with you. And every time I have a conversation, I get to learn like something new always, and you will advise me on many things. And that's the benefit of having a 22-year sorry, 10 years younger business partner and a friend.
22 years younger
I was
businessman.
saying 20, you are 22 years old.
Yeah.
With that. Cool. So we could record this. I'm so glad we could record this on the day of your
Yeah.
result.
So अगर बाद में पॉडकास्ट आया तो ये आज ही दिन है जो मेरा 7 बजे रिजल्ट आया है। और हम कितने बजे हैं अभी? 12 बजे रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं उसको।
11:53 p.m. 12 बजे भी नहीं है अभी. I'm gonna post this tonight. I can't wait. Like, and I just want
Really?
people to,
What
yeah,
about editing
obviously.
and all?
Yeah, I'll edit and then I'll post. I was anyway going to be up
This is what
till late.
CA makes you. We can't even think of भाई पूरे पूरे दिन पढ़ा के बंदी रात को एडिट कर रही है। CA makes you hardworking. That is for sure. I don't know what it will do to your career, even if you pursue the taxation audit, whatever, but it will make you hardworking. It will make you work like 14 hours and still you will be like, fine, थोड़ा और काम है लाओ इधर हम कर देंगे. That is a superpower
Both.
actually. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding. Like that's a
yes,
superpower.
yes. Yeah, that's true. No, I have recognized that about myself, and I'm truly grateful that I could find that energy, and I can sit for long, and I'm like, yeah, okay, कुछ काम है क्या, ठीक है, I'm there, like 2-3 hours तो मैं
I
वैसे
have
भी बैठ के
seen
पढ़
you
रही हूँ.
working while people have not. I have seen you while you were doing job and you were doing our Udemy thing and you were doing YouTube and all. And I was like, भाई इसको time कब मिलता है सोने का? She used to sit 3 to 4 hours maximum for like months. And I was like, that's superhuman. That's not human. Yeah.
Enough about me. हो गया, मेरा
No,
journey
no,
just
no.
start हुआ है.
It's
There is
about
so much to
CAs.
achieve.
It's not just about you.
Yeah, and that's for sure. It will make you hardworking, yeah. And I have seen all my friends doing good, like really good. Um,
You are stuck in my view.
is it
Yeah, you're fine.
now fine?
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Any question for me? Anything that you wanna ask me?
Hmm. क्या ये तो पहले बोलना चाहिए था मुझे मैं क्या सोचूं अभी
जो सोचो.
Yeah, tell me where it is going, the classes, what is your plan with the classes
Um,
ahead?
I'm really passionate about teaching, talking to people, guiding students. And I love talking to people who are 10, 12 years younger than me. My goodness, the energy they have, and the love they have for some person who is just there for them, guiding them. Like it's incredible. I mean, kitna alag hai yaar ye. I can't even express in word how different, like, how different I feel when I deal with those students, like, such young kids with, brilliant mind, yaar, with their little problems, thinking like कि नहीं हो रहा है, 2 अटेम्प्ट लग गए, 4 अटेम्प्ट लग गए. मैंने बोला यार मुझसे पूछो, 14 साल में सीए किया है, तुम क्या बोल रहे हो यार, करो सीए करो. But it's great in terms of, I have found one thing, that I love talking to people. So as long as people are involved in it, I am not gonna get tired at all during the day. And I just wish my day was like 32 hours long or 36 hours long, so that I could actually do more in that day. But nahi, then थक के मुझे सोना पड़ता है. But that's
Yeah.
the thing. So
बच्चों को भी सोना पड़ता है जो सुन रहे हैं
I'm gonna continue to teach. I'm gonna continue to mentor. Now that I have just थोड़ा सा घुसा के मैंने वर्कआउट 100 days वर्कआउट चैलेंजेस
तो
के बीच
तड़का
में
है
किया
प्रॉपर
है.
वो तो
या
वो तो तड़का है प्रॉपर
तड़का,
वर्कआउट
yeah,
वर्कआउट
that I'm gonna do that, because
पॉडकास्ट
it's like this is the time where I can actually, like, integrate my passion and my job into one thing, right? And it's blending so
I guess
well.
your whole life right now is about passion and earning, like
Yeah.
earning through passion.
Yeah. That's really good. And like
Even my
my
mom was like, this is such a brilliant thing to do. Like, you are teaching, you're making money, and you are just living in Mumbai, you are happy, you don't care about, reporting to your boss.
no, I don't have, I
प्रॉब्लम्स
not
तो चलो
waste my
सबके
time
पास ही होती
traveling.
है बट एटलीस्ट यू हैव गुड प्रॉब्लम्स
Yeah.
ये 9 to 5 वालों को अलग प्रॉब्लम होती है कि इनको
Yeah,
इन
I'm
हवा
not
पे
wasting my time on traveling, right? I'm not like I'm just managing my whole thing. I manage people, like they rely on me, they have the trust on me, and like I help them solve their little problems, and it's crazy. It's crazy, like and meanwhile, I'm also getting time for myself. That is the most important thing. Like 30 plus in a metro city, like and getting the time for myself, for my own health, that is also like blessing, and I could
Correct.
find all of that. So leaving a job was a really good decision, and I'm making the most of it, like since last 7 months, to be very honest. So I'll continue to do that, and every year you are gonna see some more tadkas. Like I am whatever I'll
I would
pick up,
love to.
I'll build, I'll stabilize, and then I'll bring in more stuff. Thinking of growing this core, like the brand, to be really big now, and like big in terms of what we value we can provide, not in terms of having a lot of people,
What
not
about
creating a
team? What
mess.
about reaching into different territories like accounts, law, no?
I have honestly thought, like after audit and that SM, these two subjects I really love teaching, honestly. But apart from that, I was actually thinking of picking something that I can also learn, and maybe in 2 to 3 years I can teach more subjects, right?
Finance is your goal.
Yeah. I'm already really good. I think that in terms of logics and all, I do financial management really well. So maybe I may pick that both at inter and final level going forward. But before that, I wanna like learn a little bit more. Learn like
Maybe
what.
you can take level one, level two classes
Yeah,
and not give the exams. Who cares about exam? You don't need to have a tag with you, right? You can
yeah.
just take the level one classes and you can give the mock exams.
What about you? Teach me. I don't wanna give exam
I
anyway.
would love to.
Yeah, let's take out like 2 hours of your time and my time, and you teach me, like
Yeah.
actually you seriously, you teach me, like I can bring out like the CF FM, like inter FM and then final FM, and let's see how we can make that interesting for the CA students, right? Like
Yeah.
people need to think beyond their books. It's a big world there, they have
Oh
to
my
apply
God, I
these
cannot tell you.
concepts.
Finance is a different universe altogether. Like there are so
Yeah,
many things, risk, like equity research, you do so many things. I'm not even kidding. And
correct,
like the
correct, correct.
formulas you learn in finance, you won't even remember any formula when you close the book and write your exam. कोई फॉर्मूला वार्मूला नहीं होता है. You have अलग ही जंग है भाई. उधर उधर रिपोर्ट्स पढ़े जा रहे हैं.
Correct.
मैनेजमेंट से वो मैनेजमेंट की वो पढ़ रहे हैं सारा. It's a different world.
Yeah, and okay, let's. I want to ask this. So, do you recommend any finance, like topic के ऊपर कोई movie, anything that gives a little bit
I'm
glimpse
not
of
very good
what
with
finance?
movies.
No,
मैं नहीं
you're
देखता
not.
हूँ. I watch spy movies and all, but finance
Not finance related.
मैंने सुना है. जो मैं बोलता हूँ सूट्स एक मैंने सुना है. आई गेस वो हेज
Suits
फंड के
is
ऊपर बेस्ड.
legal. Yeah,
लीगल इट इज.
yeah, it is completely
मेरे
legal.
टीचर्स रिकमेंड करते थे. आई हैव नो आइडिया.
Yeah, you must watch that, but it is a whole legal drama, like
मुझे नहीं
but
पसंद
it
आती
is
यार.
all
आई एम
about,
इनटू
so you
डिफरेंट
don't have to
जॉनर.
watch the legal drama, you have to understand how the corporate works, and like over there, and how they manage all the cases, how the people
ओके.
management is skill, how to manage the people who sits at the top level. That is crazy, and they do talk about a lot of finance and the legal and everything into that, and it's great. I have seen that
ग्रेट.
whole season, like 2 3 years back, and it's great. I would
आई एम
also
नॉट
suggest
गुड
that.
विद.
But
मेरा अलग ही जॉनर है भाई. वो नहीं देखेंगे लोग.
finance related movies are also like some of the really good movies.
या
Like especially the 2008 financial crisis. There are movies on that. Then there are movies
there's a
on.
documentary on that, so I would suggest that. एक है documentary जो आइसलैंड. So one fine day what happened was आइसलैंड के पूरा गवर्नमेंट हुआ है and they were like हम अभी काम नहीं करेंगे. हम हो गए bankrupt.
Okay.
Something around that happened. That is a very good documentary. I don't remember the name. You would search 2008 financial crisis Iceland and that would pop up, most probably. That is a very good documentary.
Okay.
एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री चैनल है FINUX करके. They make brilliant documentaries on finance. They make
Is it
documentary
on
of
YouTube?
finance.
FINUX.
या
Finex.
मेरे
I
को
think you
सर्च
have
करके देखो.
suggested me 2 3
या
months
या या
ago.
या
Correct, correct.
राइट.
I think that's the one. Cool,
That was
cool,
a
cool.
brilliant documentary channel.
I'll drop the link of that channel also in the description.
Phoenix है कि भी दूसरा है कुछ? Okay, I will tell you that.
Cool, cool, cool. So I think we have come. This was really fun.
Okay, this
Anyway,
is
so yeah,
FINAIUS.
F
This is the
I
channel.
N A I U X.
SS. It's S.
Okay, FINAUNAIUS. Okay, NAIUS.
Brilliant documentaries of finance. Like,
Cool. All
yeah,
right.
quants finance,
So
hedge funds, and all. Yeah,
it's a wrap.
it's a wrap.
It's a
Rolling
wrap
down the
of
cameras.
it's actually 17th January now, 12:03 a.m. guys, and that's a wrap, everybody. If you enjoyed that podcast, and more importantly, like the knowledge that Shosh shared about his CFA journey, and a lot of key points. If you can just if you really want to explore CFA as a career course, for your learning, so you can definitely take something from this podcast, and then integrate that with your research about this course, and then go ahead and think if it works out for you as well. And if you want to do that, not now, maybe later also, after you have done your job, and you are done with your CA and along with your job. And along with that, I also want to once again congratulate Shosh for clearing CFA
Thank you
level
very
2,
much.
because you cleared that, I could have you on the podcast and we could record in, just like that. We were talking about different stuff and we are just recording, so it has been one of the greatest decision of my day. It was spontaneous. It was because of your result. And so that's it, guys. Keep learning, keep growing, and stay connected with me through on this channel. Do like and subscribe to this channel. And any last message for the audience, shows that you wanna share?
Not the message. Just if you want anything like the inquiry, guidance, like people are like, guide me. I'm not there yet. But yeah, whatever the minimal guidance I could provide, you can find my number on the community channel of Madhu. Just
Yes.
किसी पे भी reply कर देना, कोई भी provide कर देगा. And I would more than be happy to help you.
Cool, cool, cool. I'll also link your, email at least on the description of this YouTube, and
Yeah.
people can just reach out. Thank you, for
Thank you
offering
very
that.
much
It
for
really
having
matters.
me.
All right, all right. Bye for now, guys, and hope we see Shush again once he qualifies as chartered financial analyst. In the level 3, certification as well. Really, really wanna have you again on this podcast. Maybe next year.
I would
Let's
love
see.
to.
And that's it. Bye for now, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much
Bye,
for joining us.
Shasha.
Bye.